Hello! And hi, I'm Michael Pez.
And I'm Ashley.
And welcome to BB Rewind.
Yay, we're back.
We're back. It's our 4th episode.
4th week.
I know. And you know what? This all started just because we love Big Brother. And we like to talk about Big Brother All-Stars.
So much. And I think everybody else is sick of listening to us talk about Big Brother. So then we created this for people who actually want
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about
no.
like these people hate
I meant
listening
our
to
friends
us.
who don't watch Big Brother that are like, oh my God, what are you two going on about?
It's an
again?
outlet. It's an outlet. It's a platform. So we're going to do
We're
this.
sharing it with people who also love Big Brother.
Yeah. So like, send us little DMs, slide into our DMs, and let's talk about Big Brother. Anything you want, you can check us out on Instagram at Big Brother Rewind, BB Rewind, and leave us a little message, thoughts, anything about the season. And Ashley, do you have thoughts about this season?
I have so many thoughts. I think first, like, all of a sudden Enzo came out of his shell like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, just kind of like all of a sudden I thought he was being played. The whole time I was like, you know, Enzo won the safety suite and then picked Christmas, and I was like, what in the world is this man thinking? Like, what could you possibly be doing? And then after watching Sunday's episode, I was like, oh.
He has won an HOH, he has won a veto, and he's won a safety suite.
Yes.
So,
Enzo's becoming the biggest threat.
Yeah.
But nobody knows it.
But no one knows it because he's so lovable, he's funny.
No one's paying attention.
And he's someone that they think that I believe that people think that they can control him, but really he knows exactly what he's doing.
I think he's a lot more in control than anybody realizes. And I think that's going to be fun to see.
No one's going to put up Enzo.
No, everybody, because he's part of all three of those weird alliances, or two, I guess. The Slick Six and the other one.
The committee?
The committee.
The commission of the committee?
They sound like they're, because Memphis and Cody are the commission, and then everybody's the committee, and like, that just sounds like a bunch of soccer moms, like, getting ready to decide who brings slices of orange to this week's practice.
Memphis, it's your week. It's your week. Okay, so let's, how's everyone doing? So what happened on the show is that Janelle left.
Bye,
girl.
queen.
Bye. You know what? She just she went in with a huge past. You know, she has a legacy that she has left in that Big Brother house.
Yeah.
And she went up to Memphis. She said, I think these 4 people are working together.
And that was the end of it.
And he was working with those 4 people. And you know what? Just, and also, like, she was going after Nicole. Nicole's in that alliance as well, so...
Hearing Nicole's name just honestly makes me cringe. First of all, I think Davon said it best when she was like, oh my God, I'm sad that Janelle went. She's like, but at the end of the day, it's just one more gone. It's one step closer to me again, that $500,000. And I was like, yes, Davon, keep your head in the game. Girl, she's playing a great game. I think she's kind of keeping her head down. Like, there was that little bitty drama with David that we got touched on last week.
David.
After that disappeared, like, Davon's playing a very good game too. She just needs to step up and win a little bit and win some competitions, and
she just also needs to just chill. She needs to chill a little bit.
Yeah,
she just needs to chill because her mind goes. And, like, she starts thinking too much. And then her mouth opens. And she starts saying stuff. And you know what? Like, she just needs to have, like, some fun. I think that's why she wanted the safety suite from last week that was given to Christmas. With all the star babies.
Yeah.
I just think that she wanted that so that she could have some sort of fun.
Yeah, like, she needs, like, a break from the game.
Yeah. Like, when you're sitting there and all you're doing is conspiring and all you're thinking about is the game and you're not winning anything and you don't have any, like, punishments, your mind starts to go, right? Like, you start to think about, like, the next steps and all that stuff, and then it kind of starts sabotaging your game. So I think that's why she needed that safety suit.
Yeah, the house itself is, like, its own challenge because it really eats away at your mental health, because you're in there and it's like you think everybody's out to get you, because honest to God, yeah, they are eventually. Like, everybody's a target. like, even if you win, at some point or another, you're somebody's target. It will be true that everyone in the house wants to get you. And that's a really messed up thing to think about. That's like, when you think about it, like, this game is going to make you people's target, and, like, you're going to feel like that.
Even if you just leave the room.
Yeah.
Like
you're like, oh my god, everybody's talking.
Oh,
like,
what if I go to bed?
Can't
What
even
if they're up all night talking
without...
about me? Oh, what if? Oh, I gotta pee.
Yeah,
oh,
but they're gonna talk about.
They're gonna talk about me when I leave the room.
Yeah.
And then it just and then
I can only, like, honestly, it's a lot. It must be crazy. Like, I mean.
But I want to do it.
Same. I would still do it. Okay, let's be real. Quarantine was kind of like Big Brother for me because.
And I was HOH every week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And veto.
Yeah,
he won the most competitions on
season. I did. Yeah.
Yeah, my quarantine
burger eating competitions. Like, I had like challenges of eating how many bags of like chocolate chips I could eat in a week.
In a week? In our house, it was how much butter can we put on this? That's it. Just how much butter. And the answer was always yes.
A tub.
The answer was yes. We just butter everywhere. But my quarantine was like an episode of Big Brother. I didn't know my boyfriend when he moved.
I know. It's a true story. We're just going to talk about this really quick, just so that you guys can get to know us a little bit.
Yeah.
This is Ashley. Ashley's dating a guy that she met, like, right when quarantine happened, and he just decided to quarantine with her. And guess what? They're still together. They're still on their first date.
I know. We are on the world's longest first date, and when Guinness is allowed to come by, we will be calling them for this one. Because if I'm going to get anything about this, like, I want something out of this, because it has been... We went on our first date on the Saturday, and then it was like the Monday, everything shut down, and I was like, haha, want to quarantine with me? Thinking it was going to be like, 2 weeks. We're like, okay, yeah, let's, we were all like high on that whole, like, we're on a first date and we're really getting along. And then, flash forward, it's been 6 months. I know. And now he's never leaving. Yay.
He's
in the basement.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
Okay, so that's a little bit about Ashley.
Yeah, that's a little bit about me and my life.
So, let's go back to Big Brother.
That's how my life is like Big Brother, basically.
How my life is like Big Brother. Well, I became the super fan of season 8. I got cast as the Wendy's watch party guy. So I would eat Wendy's, tweet about the show, and they would film me watching the show. And it was all part of, like,
that's
Big Brother.
That's the dream, kids, if you were wondering.
I know. And then COVID happened, and then all of a sudden the show got canceled, so I got canceled. I was supposed to film like a double eviction. I'm not allowed to talk about stuff. But that's my little backstory, and so I just sat and I just stalked all the people on Big Brother season 8 online.
Oh,
no,
yeah?
I didn't. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you did. A little bit.
But they just happened to become a part of my life. Anyway, okay, so
it's fine that they're friends now.
We're friends now. Okay, so All Stars.
Okay, let's talk about. I really liked that HOH competition. I was so Kaser almost. I knew who won the HOH. Obviously, we all know we watch the live feeds. We all know what's going on. So I knew that the person. I'm not going to spoil it for everybody, just in case they haven't seen it. Well, no, I can spoil it, right? Mean? Yeah, I can say it, right?
With the HOH?
Yeah, I guess so. Everybody knows. Enzo. So Enzo won, so we know that. Sorry, I just get confused as to when things happen. So Enzo won HOH, but I swear to God, I knew that. So I'm watching this competition, and I kid you not, I'm on, I'm like this on the edge of my seat, just like hoping, like for some reason, thinking it's going to end differently, because Kaser had that competition in the bag. He was the best at it.
When he threw all 3 of them and then 2 of them landed,
I was like,
oh!
I was like, no, this is.
Yeah.
I was so thrilled, and I just, again, you knew, you told me that Enzo was gonna win, but I was like willing it to be different in my mind.
I wanted Kaser. Obviously, we want Kaser. I love an underdog story. I love when someone is targeted,
and then they're like,
boom, they got an HOH, and then chaos.
Yeah. When the whole house is like, oh, what do we do? And then you're like, all you have to do is plant one tiny seed of doubt amongst one of them and watch them implode on each other. Yeah. Which is, I think, like, that's the best part about it. It's like, someone, like, you know, Kaser gets HOH and he's like, yeah, but, like, Day and Bay don't like you guys. And then it's like, schoolyard, like, fisticuffs, like, it turns into a nightmare. And that's the best part.
It's the best part.
It's the best part.
So,
I love it.
So he becomes HOH, and he's been talking about, like, maybe getting rid of Ian.
Yeah, because he's a silent threat, and it's that he's gonna be. I think Ian's one of those people that you'll forget to vote out, and then, like I said about Danny before, Ian's one of those people that you'll forget to vote out, and then you'll win the $500,000 because he'll sit next to somebody. They'll be like, he's such a good guy. He didn't make any, like, it could easily be one of those situations where if the other person sitting there is maybe more deserving, they may have rubbed people the wrong way enough that the person will still be like, well, Ian's a really nice guy, so we're just going to vote for him and get that $500,000. Like, yeah, you hope because they're all-stars, they've all done it, that they're a little bit smarter than that. But, as you know with Big Brother, expect the unexpected. You never know what's going to happen.
I know. And, like, but that's all. Enzo has said from day one about getting rid of Ian.
Yeah.
He is like, Ian's
the biggest contender to be the first double winner.
I'm okay with that.
It's not going to be Nicole.
Is it not? Is it not?
Okay, if it's Nicole, I swear to God.
There's no way that it can be Nicole.
Guys, we can't let this happen.
Well, you know what? If she can pull it out, give her the benefit of the doubt. If she can pull it out, then fine.
I still, like, no. I just know. Because whatever. I'm not going to say anything about the rumors because you can all figure them out on your own if you go Google it, okay? I'm not going to talk.
What's the rumors?
The rumors regarding Nicole F. and why she's on the show.
Oh.
Yeah, so you can Google them. If you Google it, it's one of the first rumors that comes up. I'm not going to talk about it specifically because I don't even know whatever.
When she gets out of the house and she hears all of that,
she's going to lose it. She's probably going to cry for a month.
Good.
She deserves it too. If even
if that's
an
true.
iota,
if that's true,
even if like part of this is true, she should be quite ashamed of what she did, I think. But anyway, I digress. Anyway, this is the rumor. The rumor is that that's why Dan and Derek aren't here, and I love Dan and Derek. Can we talk about what I found out last night for the first time ever?
Oh yeah, so she messages me. You can just take it away. Go.
So, I've watched Big Brother, obviously, and I am, if anybody knows anything about me, I am obsessed with true crime, and I think you all know where this is going, because I'm the only one who didn't, apparently. So, I'm also obsessed with true crime, and I was like, oh, so while I'm Googling all these rumors, I come across Derek, and then I see, like, he had made a comment saying, okay, like, stop with the rumors, please leave Nicole alone, which I thought was very, like, big of him. He's like, look, just put this to rest. Like, Dan said, I'm not happy with her, but stop spreading rumors. That was basically the gist from both of them. Anywho, I click on Derek's profile because I'm like, oh yeah, he's like, I want to stay with my family. So then I'm like, oh, what's his family look like? So I start clicking on things. Then I find out he has his own murder show. And I was like, that's why I was like, why do I know him? Like, I was like, his face is so familiar, but for some reason, like, you know when you know somebody, and even though I'm staring at him on Big Brother, and everything is going, you know him from Big Brother, my brain was going, no, that's not it. And I knew now that it's because he has his, he's like, oh, I'm a private detective, and he studies cold cases and tries to solve really, really old cold cases, which is something I love that. And that's why I was like, oh, because I watched him on TV for like 10 hours in a row one time. That's why
I've seen him do lives on Instagram where he pulls out things that are like weapons that are like that people carry on them. They're like everyday things that can be turned into a weapon.
Oh, cool.
Like a credit card that turns into a knife. I don't know.
I want one of those.
For what?
In case I become in danger. I wouldn't use it on anybody unless they tried to shiv me.
It would be dangerous if you just gave me a credit card.
Yeah, actually the credit card is the more dangerous thing, guys. I'll probably not be able to figure out the knife part, but if you give me a credit card, I will spend myself into damage.
Carnage. Anyway, so we're gonna talk about David. Let's talk about David. Let's just get it out of the way.
You talk about David.
So
this is your.
My little thing about David is, so Cody and Tyler were a little upset that David had kind of like ousted them to Davon and Bailey, and Tyler got a little upset over it and stuff. But like, it didn't affect really like David's game too much, other than it affected more Tyler and Cody's game with Davon. Like they're a little that thing
ruffled some feathers. And then there's David sitting there and them all asking him, "Who did you vote for?"
Because they're trying to find the two votes. So Danny and Enzo voted for Janelle to stay, just to like screw everybody up, like just mental chaos.
Which is genius. That was the first thing you said to me. I was like, why did Danny not vote for Janelle? And the first thing that came through on the screen was he was like they're screwing with people.
Yeah. So when David's sitting there and he's not saying anything, people are like, well, that's stupid. Just say something. But at the same time, I love David's game because, no, I'm not saying that David's playing a great game. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that whatsoever. I'm just saying it's fascinating to watch a person who's never played before play with all-stars.
It is kind of like, yeah.
It's good TV.
It's kind of like watching a deer take its first steps. A little bit.
In a stampede.
But the hunters are standing around the field. You know what I mean? Like they're waiting.
You're like, I don't know if I want to shoot it.
Yeah. It's so sweet and innocent, but like it is kind of like that. Cause
is it already shot? Is it already shot?
Well, do we say is shooting it better for it? Like, should we put it out of its misery at this point?
Or do we just bring that to the end and be like, I won?
Yeah,
Look at the deer I got.
Look at the deer I got. I killed it. But
So like, is it a terrible game that he's playing, or is he playing a game where he goes to the end and was just like, I beat all you all-stars?
Oh, God. He's never going to beat all the all-stars.
Who does he... Okay, so if he was to go to the final two right now against somebody, who wins? Kevin.
If he goes Kevin will win.
No, I don't think so.
I think Kevin pissed off... No, but Kevin still pissed off less people than David did. David has managed to piss off everybody at one point or another in the first 4 weeks in his house.
You're like, what are you doing,
and
man?
It's all for reasons that you're like, just stop talking. Just shut up. Oh, and then this week, this is the ironic thing, is that the thing that got him in trouble this week was his inability to speak up and say, no, I didn't vote for Kaser. But he comes into the room with this big doe-eyed Bambi look on his face, and he walks in and there's 6 people or 5 people sitting there going, did you vote for Janelle? And it's an alliance. Like, because you've been told, like, because you've ruffled all of their feathers and you were a part of it until you pissed them all off. And then he comes in and he's like, and then you're like, what? But this is when you go, no, absolutely not. Like, exactly. It's like what Cody said. He's like, we're asking about a vote, and then we voted someone out last night, so what else would we possibly be talking about?
Who did you vote for?
It's like, could they make it any more clear? And then he's... I was like, is he sleeping? Like, is he narcoleptic? Like, what is happening? I was a little bit worried about him. I was like, can he hear them? Like, did he
yeah, but at the end of the day, like...
I thought maybe we were missing something. Like, I thought that they were like... Because, honestly, like, I'm sure he is a wonderful person, and this is nothing to attack, like, his character as a human being. But when it comes to playing this game with these people, he's a fish out of water, and unfortunately, like, he keeps digging himself into a bigger hole. Like, he just...
There's no wrong way of playing Big Brother.
But you shouldn't play it like David's playing it right now.
Okay.
I know there's no wrong way.
Say that to Janelle.
True story. I know.
Say that to Keisha, and say that to... Who went second? Oh, Nicole. Sorry. But like...
No, I do. I hear you. I completely do. It's just that I guess, like, I can't... Because he's not really doing anything except, like... It's just... I feel bad for him, and I feel sorry.
I know. He's lucky that he's there.
I know.
I don't
wish
feel
it
bad
was
for him at all.
us. I wish it was
I
us.
don't feel bad for him at all.
Put
I'm
us in there.
I'm lucky. Like, he's lucky to be there, and just he can play whatever game he wants. But it's very funny to watch this rookie just screw up everybody's games. And it's awesome. That's why I love the
And
show.
it's unintentional, so it's funny because, like, you know how I was mad because I think Memphis was being malicious? David's doing all of this, but, like, he's not doing it with any intention. He's just kind of, like, watch him come out at the end and be like, I knew what I was doing the whole time.
He doesn't know. Because he'd be in the diary room saying that.
Sure.
He would be in the diary room saying
I
know. This is, like, going on 20 minutes. So we should wrap it up.
We'll stop talking.
Well, we're gonna stop talking.
But we'll see you next week.
You know what? We're gonna see you. Yeah. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah.
And we appreciate the watching, and we appreciate the likes, and the follows, and the subscriptions. We really don't have much to say. I think we covered Enzo.
Yeah.
We covered
Janelle.
The dominations.
Yeah.
We dominated Kevin. So whatever.
Kevin and Kaser.
And you know what? If one of them comes down, probably Ian's gonna go up. I don't know.
No. You know what? Okay, no, remember, yeah, I don't know. No, that's a good thing to talk about because I'm interested to see who they would throw up because that's a wild card. Because
if one of them comes down, who goes up?
Like
David,
yeah.
David could go up.
Although Cody's more on Team David and Enzo's kind of like, because I like that's one thing I wanted to talk about.
He's not going to put up a girl.
When Enzo was in his HOH room and Cody came in and he was like, well, how do you feel about this? And Enzo was like, this is my HOH. I'm going to do it the way I'm going to do it. And I was like, yes, I'm so tired of alliances being like, getting in whoever. Like, at the end of the day, the person who is HOH, it should be their decision. Yes, you can talk amongst your group, but like Enzo was like, no, this is better for my game and I'm doing this. This is my HOH. Like, it's not like he went against them and was like, no, I'm going to put Davon and Bailey up. Like, it's not like he went off grid.
No.
He just went.
I like that. He stuck to his guns.
Really respected his game. I'm
going to call it right now. Whoever goes this week, it's going to be chaos after whoever goes. Because if it's Kevin and Kaser, and they're the two, who do they vote between? Because they may want to keep one more than the other. That's gonna be a close vote, I think.
I think
so
too.
If Kevin goes down and Ian goes up, and it's Ian versus Kaser, chaos.
Oh yeah.
Chaos.
I think, yeah, that'll be chaos. But I think at the end of the day, people will vote Ian out.
All right, so you tune in. Watch Big Brother. We'll tune in. We'll just follow us on Instagram under BB Rewind.
Yeah.
And leave us your comments. Let's
we'll see you next week.
Expect the unexpected. My name is Michael Pez.
And I'm Ashley.
Thank you for watching BB Rewind.
Bye.
Bye.